10,000 years ago, a man died in a cave in what is now England. We found his skeleton in 1903, and in 2018, we finally read his DNA. The genetic results were stunning. This ancient Briton, one of the earliest modern humans in the region, carried genes for dark, brown to black skin, dark curly hair, and bright blue eyes. His presence suggests that the pale complexion we associate with Europe is a relatively recent development. It appeared after the invention of farming, and even after the wheel. This discovery points to a new understanding of our skin as a flexible biological dial, one that the environment has been turning for over 1 million years. To find the driver behind that dial, scientists Nina Jablonski and George Chaplin looked to the sky. They mapped NASA satellite data of global ultraviolet radiation against the skin tones of indigenous populations across the planet. This diagram shows how those two maps matched almost perfectly. Near the equator, where the sun is fierce, skin is deep. Toward the poles, where light is weak, skin is pale. Human skin color acts as a map of sunlight, recorded directly onto the body. The geography of the map exists because of a biological paradox. Ultraviolet rays are simultaneously a vital gift and a lethal threat to our survival. The threat involves folate, a nutrient critical for fetal development and fertility. High-intensity UV radiation can rip into your DNA and destroy your folate stores. As this graphic illustrates, there is an opposing pressure. Your skin requires UVB light to manufacture vitamin D, mandatory for bone strength and immunity. Every population lives within a localized compromise, balancing the need to block UV to save folate against absorbing it to make vitamin D. The answer is written in melanin. Over 1 million years ago, our ancestors moved onto the open African savanna. They lost their heavy fur coats to stay cool through sweating, leaving their skin highly vulnerable. Naked skin was suddenly exposed to the full force of equatorial UV rays, which threatened to destroy the folate necessary for the next generation. In response, our ancestors evolved skin packed with dark eumelanin. This served as a built-in, life-saving radiation shield that protected their DNA. This eumelanin-rich skin represents the ancestral human condition, the biological baseline for our entire species. Modern humans carried this dark skin with them as they migrated out of Africa 60,000 years ago, maintaining it even as they moved into Ice Age Europe and Asia. But at northern latitudes, the environment changed. The weak, low-angled sunlight provided very little UV. The heavy melanin shield now blocked too much light, causing vitamin D levels to plummet. This deficiency led to rickets, a disease marked by the softening and bowing of the bones. Historically, this made survival and successful childbirth significantly harder. The adoption of agriculture accelerated the pressure to change. Grain-heavy diets lacked the vitamin D found in wild game, forcing the body to rely entirely on the weak northern sun to produce what it needed. Genetic mutations for pale skin surged through these populations with surprising speed. For many, these changes occurred within the last 6 to 19,000 years. Pale skin emerged as a rapid biological pivot, a necessity born from the double starvation of low light and low vitamin diets. We can see the functional nature of this change in how it happened. East Asians and Europeans evolved pale skin entirely independently, using different genetic mechanisms to solve the same problem. It even shows up in gender. Across almost all global populations, women average slightly lighter skin than men, a nuance that helps mothers maximize vitamin D and calcium absorption during pregnancy. These parallel inventions and micro-adjustments show that skin color is simply a tool nature uses to help us survive our specific environments. Today, global travel moves at a speed that genetic evolution cannot match. We now live in climates our ancestors' DNA wasn't tuned for. This creates a biological mismatch. It explains why dark-skinned people in the north may require vitamin D supplements, and why fair-skinned people in the tropics require heavy sunscreen and shade. Understanding this science reveals that every shade of human skin operates using the same machinery, adjusted for different skies. We are a single family, colored by the sun into a sepia rainbow, all sharing one small, bright planet.